Sometimes there are accidents on the turf, causing a season-ending injury to my Miller Lite. Welcome to the 12th Man. I'm your host, Brandon Perna, and today we're talking NFC football indoors, protected from the elements, because I'm a giant pussy who turned on the heater when temperatures dropped into the 60s this weekend in Los Angeles. The Vikings and the Ravens decided to punish the fans in Baltimore for the first 57 minutes and 55 seconds of the game on Sunday, before rewarding the Baltimore faithful with some seriously exciting football over the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Dennis Pitta, Toby Gerhart, Jacoby Jones, Cordarrelle Patterson, the rookie, I know who he is, but he's got a tricky name to say, Marlon Brown, all scored touchdowns in those last 2 minutes. The Vikings players haven't been around scoring this fast and furiously, rest in peace Paul Walker, since the Love Boat incident of 2005. You guys remember the Vikings Love Boat incident, right? Adrian Peterson bashed the Baltimore fan base after the game on Twitter, accusing them of throwing snowballs throughout the duration of the fourth quarter and even hitting him from the upper deck. He later said that his frustration was with the fact that the Vikings quarterbacks would have bounced all the snowballs at his feet from that distance. After the snow settled from that barrage of 5 touchdowns in 2 minutes, the Vikings lost 29-26. Oh yeah, bye-bye. Matt Flynn led the Packers to victory over the Atlanta Falcons. The Packers fan base was delirious afterwards, rejoicing in the streets of Green Bay, shotgunning Miller Lites just like me, and eating raw venison found on the side of the road. The venison does not spoil on the side of the road in Green Bay. The other Matt Ryan, continued his completely mediocre career with a completely mediocre game, completing 20 of 35 passes for 206 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. After the game, he was heard saying, "You know, people remember Tom Brady and Peyton Manning for their greatness, but I want to be mentioned in a more exclusive group." You don't hear people talk about completely average quarterbacks who may or may not be good enough to win a Super Bowl. I want to get that conversation started. Am I right, Alex Smith, Phillip Rivers, Matt Schaub, and probably Mike Glennon? After this statement was released, Jake Delhomme, Ken O'Brien, and Bernie Kosar called Matt Ryan to inform him this group already existed. Kosar stated that Ryan could not join the group until he lost 2 NFC Championship games to the same team in back-to-back seasons. And until that happens, Ryan should shut his punk ass up. Kosar immediately called Ryan back to apologize, as Matt Ryan seems like the nicest quarterback in the world. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions played in the Snow Bowl Blizzard Avalanche game of 2013. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Detroit Lions 34-20 in the Blizzard Bowl, and in spite of Nick Foles. The guy turned into a turnover machine this week, increasing his interceptions on the season infinitely. 1 pick, Foles? No, not just 1 interception for the game. Nick Foles only has 1 interception on the entire season, and it came in the Blizzard Bowl. That's pretty good. The real story of the game was referee Ed Hockley, who after reffing the game in his short sleeves in the first half, had his biceps tear through his shirt in the second half, and refereed the rest of the game shirtless. He then proceeded to call all Eagles fans in attendance that were not shirtless bitches. False start, bitches. Safety, bitches. Holding, bitches. Don't stop till you get enough, bitches.
I'm reffing the game shirtless! I'm reffing the game shirtless!
Bitches. For some reason, when Ed Hockley's shirt comes off, he turns into Jesse Pinkman. It's the Who Gives a F Game of the Week. 2 crappy teams, no snow, inter-conference matchup, awful quarterback play, and a Bills team who didn't score a touchdown. That's impressive considering there were 104 touchdowns scored in the NFL this week. 104! Shattering the previous record of 87 scored in Week 17 last year. Both teams are now 4-9 and will most likely have the rest of their games this season blacked out in local markets. The Seahawks and 49ers played in a divisional grudge match on Sunday. San Francisco on the notion that the Seahawks are the best team in the NFL by beating them 19-17. The Seahawks are still ranked number 1 in the NFL power rankings and took the high road by blaming the refs, penalties, and a now cup-protected penis that made Vernon Davis extremely hard to tackle. The Saints and Panthers played in a pretty important game for the NFC playoff stuff. Marquise Colston is alive! Colston had his best game of the season against the Panthers secondary that had no reason to game plan for him. So he was, in kind of a way, cheating. Panthers lose. Then we have the Chargers and Giants. Remember when Eli Manning and his family threw a fit over the Chargers taking him with the number 1 overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft? Eli doesn't. The Chargers showed us something else that Eli doesn't remember: throwing passes to his own teammates. During a 37-14 loss, Eli threw 2 more interceptions. That puts his touchdown to interception ratio at 16-20. If you combine Eli's touchdowns and interceptions, you get 36. That's still 9 less than the 45 touchdown Eli's big brother Peyton has thrown this season. What Eli does remember, but he'd probably like to forget: Phillip Rivers is 2-0 against him and was 21 of 28 with 3 touchdowns and no picks on Sunday against the Giants. However, the Chargers' victory will be short-lived as they prepare to lose against the Denver Broncos on Thursday Night Football. And on Monday Night Football, the Bears rolled the Cowboys in the coldest game of the week, 45-28. Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey both have over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. The Cowboys said, "Big deal. We give up 1,000 yards on defense every week." Mike Ditka was honored at halftime as the Bears retired his jersey. It was so cold in Chicago that Bears chairman George H. McCaskey was forced to go through puberty again as he introduced Ditka.
Bears fans, number 89, the coach, Mike Ditka.
Coach Mike Ditka! Ditka nicked puberty in the bud at age 3 and finished his acceptance speech with,
"Thank you, and go Bears!
like a real man.
Go Bears!"
Thanks again for watching another episode of the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel. Make sure to subscribe. We're giving you AFC and NFC video updates every week. If you want something else, let us know. We'll make it for you. Do you like DIY videos? We'll show you how to do it yourself football. Or however that would apply. Just let us know something. Illegal cool moves, bitches.